Moving on, South Korea's foreign minister has been continuing his diplomatic efforts in Germany as he sat down separately with his Chinese and Russian counterparts. Much-needed conversation sessions as both countries have been voicing opposition to Seoul's THAAD decision. Minji shares with us what was discussed on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference.
The deployment of the U.S. missile defense system THAAD to the Korean peninsula has been a hot topic at the Munich Security Conference during South Korea's bilateral meetings with China and Russia. In his 30-minute discussion with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang on the sidelines of the conference, Seoul's Foreign Minister Byung-se for the first time requested that Beijing stop its apparent retaliation against Seoul's decision to deploy the THAAD battery.
I requested that China take appropriate measures in its recent regulatory moves in the economic and cultural sectors, personnel exchanges, and even in the arts.
The Chinese foreign minister, however, reiterated Beijing's opposition to the missile defense system and reportedly urged Seoul not to hurry the deployment. His comments are seen to have taken into account a possible early presidential election in South Korea that could leave room for flexibility. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov also spoke against bringing the THAAD system to South Korea and deploying U.S. strategic assets in and around the Korean peninsula during the annual Seoul-Washington military exercises. Minister Yoon, for his part, emphasized that North Korea is in the final stages of nuclear armament and that the THAAD is a defensive measure against the North's provocations, not targeting Russia or any country. The envoys from Seoul and Moscow, however, both expressed concerns over Pyongyang's violations of UN Security Council resolutions and agreed to strengthen strategic cooperation in responding to the North's nuclear threats. Reflecting the gravity of that threat, delegates in Munich held a session covering security on the Korean peninsula for the first time in the conference's 53-year history. There, Minister Yoon emphasized that the North Korean nuclear issue is a ticking bomb and that it's time to take action. Minji, Arirang News.